What up, people? Von Red One here, and this is my deep review of the Uncharted 4 multiplayer beta. I literally almost wrote a fucking paper. Like, I could have been doing my actual schoolwork paper, like for my college classes, but instead I wrote a paper for the Uncharted 4 beta to do a review on it. So I'm gonna go over that list real quick, and I'm doing this because I know some people don't like to read. Can't blame y'all. I'm one of them people too. So I'm just gonna read my thoughts to y'all while you can look at the gameplay of the game. So I did a pros and cons list. I put this on the forums too. Um, so I'm gonna start with the pros. My pros are the 60 frames per second and the controls. The 60 frames plus the smoothness of the controls makes the game feel amazing. That's one thing I noticed immediately when I started playing it. The game feels amazing. Just the fluidity of the movements, the seamlessness of how they can move around the environment feels great. I still think there should be an alternate aim setting though, because as of right now I'm having to use L2 and R2 to aim and fire. I'm okay doing that for some games, but I've played all the other Uncharted games with L1 and R1, so there should definitely be a way. I'm gonna change the controls in the PS4's control mapping before the end of the beta so I can test it out. But yeah, they need to have a form of that can be default for the game, because I shouldn't have to change the controls through the PS4 to play it the way it should be played. But yeah, gameplay feels great. Visuals, the game looks really good. You can tell this is not 1080p, but it looks amazing. Like certain things look better than others. I mean, like textures, if you get up close, you can tell that doesn't look amazing. But from the way the game is set up and how fast it is, the game looks great. I mean, 900p 60 seems to be the sweet spot for this generation when it comes to having good visuals and a good frame rate. So they need to do that more. I mean, God forbid we get 1080p and 60 frames and good visuals. It's possible. I mean, MGS5 fit that exactly. But 900p 60 at the end of the day for these consoles, it's good enough. So yeah, I applaud them for going with that decision. It looks great. The guns. Here's the thing about the guns. I like the way the guns feel in this game. It feels way better than Uncharted 3 because Uncharted 3, I'm gonna make a video about this separate too. I'm trying to enjoy Uncharted 3, but I do not like that game. Not because the story is weaker, not because it's just a shorter game, because it just doesn't feel like Uncharted. And this one, even though it has the aim dot, which I don't like, feels more like the first two than Uncharted 3 did. And what I mean by that is, Uncharted 3's controls were stiff as hell when it came to shooting. This doesn't have that problem. If the campaign feels this good or at least close, that'll automatically feel better than Uncharted 3 ever did, and remind me more of the first two. It feels better than the first two, to be honest, because of next gen, so pros to that. But yeah, I like the way the guns feel. There are a few guns that are broken. The Metler is fucking overpowered. I can't believe they made the same mistake twice. This happened with the FAL SS when that was first introduced in Uncharted 3. It was 4 shots, and it was easy to use, had almost no recoil, so people were using nothing but that until they finally patched it. So yeah, for the Metler, they need to make it 5 shots to down instead of 4. And the pistols, in my opinion, the pistols are okay, but they either need to have better accuracy or require less shots to down, because Uncharted used to be a pistol game. Uncharted 2, you use the pistol in that game more than the assault rifle. Here, 3 in this game, they made pistols almost irrelevant unless the person's already hurt. I feel they need to fix that. But other than that, the guns feel great. The pistols feel great to use. They just need to be a little stronger or have better accuracy. The loadout system is great. I'm glad they incorporated that from The Last of Us, because that works. Not so much the down system, but the loadout system is good. You have 25 points, and you can really customize. It's enough to give you what you want in terms of oh, I want to have this, and this. Like my loadouts, I don't have a mystic on at all. I have the brute sidekick and the grenade, and then maybe a purchase weapon, but rarely a purchase weapon. And I'll have that, and then because I only have those 2 things for purchasables, I can have my boosters get fully leveled out, the ones I want, if I choose the right guns. Like I can choose the pair of 45 and an AK, the grenade and the brute, and still have enough points to get level 4 or max level on all the boosters. So yeah, I mean, so it's broken that way, but at the same time, I'm not using a mystic, so it kind of pays off. So I think the loadout system is good. The booster system, yeah, I just went over that. The booster system feels really good and developed. Like you can use 4 now. which is twice as much as you could use in Uncharted 2 and 3, and you can level them up without having to get experience, because that's where 3 was fucking retarded. You had to level up the boosters, and then when you would legacy, you lose it. And that was so stupid. I'm glad they finally came to their senses. So yeah, the booster system in here is way better than Uncharted 2 and 3, and I'm glad they brought it over from The Last of Us, where you can use 4. And here we go with the cons. And on this paper I wrote, half of one page were the pros, a page and a half were the cons. So yeah, here's the negative parts of the video. I'll start off with the one I forgot to type. Dang it. The down system. Now, I said it before. I'm like, why is the down system in The Last of Us? I mean, in Uncharted 4. My bad. I called it The Last of Us because it should only be in The Last of Us. It feels so out of place here. Like, I get what they're trying to do. They want you to play as a team, but come on. It shouldn't. Here's my problem with it. If they wanted to put that in the game, the default pickup speed should have been way faster. I have on Helping Hand maxed out, so I revive teammates 200% faster. Even that, I feel like that should be the default speed. Because with that on, I can revive people in about 3 seconds, or 2 or 3 seconds. If you don't have that on, if you have like the normal default speed, it's like 5 seconds. 5 seconds in a fast-paced game like Uncharted is not going to work. So they need to make the default revive speed way faster. They do make it to where if more people are helping, it goes faster, but that's not good enough. It needs to be way faster. In Last of Us, it made sense to have a down system and to be able to pick people up in that amount of time. And here, Uncharted is way more fast-paced than Last of Us, so they should have. It shouldn't be in here, to be honest. But if they want to keep it in, and let's be honest, they're not going to kick it out now because they have to actually work again and change the game, and they're not going to do that. So just make the default pickup speed faster. That's all I can really say about that. It shouldn't be here, but since it's in, you might as well make it good. More cons. Some of the mystics, and by some I mean like one. The El Dorado, that's not bad. Like, you think it's gonna be bad from watching the trailer, but you can easily escape the El Dorado mystic. Yes, you see it. They show the symbol before you and completely pops out of the ground, so you can just retreat, run, fall back. If I get killed by the El Dorado, it's because I'm trying to be greedy and can't get a kill. So El Dorado is fine. The Chintamani Stone. It gets annoying, but it's not bad. Like, someone will use, like, I see a lot of people using that mystic, and it's more of a support mystic, and that's a good thing to use. I mean, if you're playing as a team, that would be a good booster. I mean, a good mystic. So I see people use that, but it's annoying. You down someone, they do that, they're up immediately with full health. It gets annoying, but not too bad. I mean, if you kill them fast enough, it won't be able to do anything. Like, if you keep firing once they're down, kill them. So there's always that. What else? So the Jinn mystic. That crap needs to be taken out of the game or heavily nerfed. There is nothing more infuriating than someone dashing up to you with a shotgun and you can't do crap. You probably won't even see it coming. I think my match on Madagascar City I uploaded a few days ago shows that happened to me like twice. It's so fucking annoying to get killed by those things. And like, they just dash. There's no limit to how much you can dash. There's just a time limit. And you can just mash the O button and dash around the whole map. That's so broken. There should be at least like a cooldown between each dash. Like, oh, you just dashed. Wait 2 seconds. Like, at least that. Also, if you're going to use that, you should have like half health. And they also said that it was going to down in 2 punches. That's not fair. They're already dashing around the map. If they use that, there could be like 5 brutes in front of them and the enemy El Dorado. If they turn that on, they're going to be fine. They can just dash halfway across the map in 0.3 seconds. It's so broken and bullshit. It needs to be fixed or taken out of the game. But they're not going to take it out, so just fix it. Balance it. Heavily balance it, because it needs to be balanced so bad. And okay, so that's the mystics. Sidekicks. Oh wait, before I go to sidekicks, the other one, the staff thing, not bad. I mean, it's just the radar. Like, if anything, me being on the radar makes me more heightened because I know, oh, now I know where I'm at. Let me get prepared. And that slowdown crap. That slowdown crap is annoying. I'll admit right now, if people use that, I automatically hit them. I wish they'd die, because it's just like, it's literally all the games, all the jokes you see about, oh, you have a lag grenade. This is literally a fucking lag grenade. It slows you down. It shouldn't be in the game. If they want to keep that in, they should at least have the guns be the same speed, because it slows down your bullets. Like, your bullets will still hit, but it slows the fire rate down. Like, the AK starts to have the firing rate of the Metler. It needs to be fixed. It's just, yeah, that one needs to have a fair advantage for gunfights. If you're stuck in there and you're moving too slow, okay, but the gun shouldn't be slower either. That's just stupid. So back to the sidekicks. The Savior is okay. Savior is fine. That's a good one. Really effective for the team. I like that one. I haven't used it, but my teammates use it and it's really effective. Sniper is fine, but I have one small nitpick with the sniper. If you're shooting them and all your bullets are making contact, they shouldn't still be able to hit you with the sniper. It's like when you're getting shot and unless you have on like the thing that removes pain wobble. But yeah, I'm sorry, people. Random phone. But yeah, they need to definitely think about changing the sniper the way it works, because it's kind of strange to be shooting them completely, all the shots making contact, and they still get you a shot. It's annoying. It's like, do they give the AI or the NPCs the pain wobble thing? Because that's kind of bullshit. They do need to give the sniper more health, because yeah, if you get close to that thing, you can kill it in a second. What are the sidekicks? The hunter. The hunter is, oh my god, I hate the hunter. Here's the problem with the hunter. Health is fine. It takes a good amount of hits to go down. The problem is when it grabs you. It takes like 5 seconds to break free of the hunter by tapping triangle, and the hunter does damage while it's holding you. It needs to be dropped down to 3 button presses to get out. Tap triangle 3 times, because 5 seconds is a lot in this fast-paced game. I feel like the Last of Us team had never played Uncharted before. They copied all this stuff from Last of Us over and were like, oh yeah, this will work fine. But they forgot Uncharted is way more fast-paced. So they need to make that 3 button presses, because yeah, like certain things happen and it's like infuriating because it doesn't belong. It's like, why is this taking 10 seconds in this fast-paced game where life or death can happen in like 4? So yeah, that needs to be adjusted to 3 hits to break free. The Brute is fine. I love the Brute. The Brute, people that complain about the Brute haven't played the game enough, because there's an exploit with the Brute. If you shoot the Brute like 3 times in the head, all of his armor stops working. That might be a bug, but yeah. So Brutes aren't a problem for me, but when I put one out, he will do work. So don't see a problem with the Brute. They need to keep that the exact same way it is right now. And yeah, that's pretty much my thing with sidekicks. And like I said, cons with the guns. The metal is overpowered right now. That needs to be balanced. Pistols need to be buffed because they're not strong enough to be like consistent weapons to use. That one gun that's a free loadout point, that shouldn't even like be in the game, because it's complete trash. It's got low damage, a high rate of fire, but low damage. Like pistol recoil. That shouldn't be in the game if it's gonna be a free loadout point. I mean, look at The Last of Us. The revolver was a free loadout point, and that's one of the best guns in the game. They could have done the same with this. A handy sidearm is very important in a multiplayer game like this. So they need to fix that, make it not complete garbage. Cons. The treasure system. Now the treasure system itself is way better than Uncharted 3's. Everybody sees a treasure, everybody gets that individual treasure. It's not like the chest in 3 where it was a race to it. So I like that. My problem is with the relics. The relics are too random. I've gone like 5 matches in a row without getting any relics. 5 matches where I've done good in a row without getting any relics. That needs to be adjusted. Like, you should be guaranteed at least 1 relic for every 2 games. Because I've gone days, then I'll just randomly get into this jam where it starts giving me like 5 a match or something. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, they definitely need to adjust the relic system. Cause it's almost unfair in those times. Like, oh yeah, you were on it this time. Here, have 5 relics. That needs to be fixed. That's not really good. The gear system. I hate the fact that the grenade is a gear. Like, they're not gonna change that. But that's so stupid how the grenade, a signature of the Uncharted franchise, is now a gear system that you don't even have to actually put on. That's so stupid. But my problem with the grenades in this game, throwing grenades is way too awkward. Like, I've gotten myself killed by my own grenades because of the randomness of how the sight looks. Like, you'll throw it in the arc. If you try to throw a grenade like you do with Uncharted 2 and 3, you're not gonna get a kill unless you have to make sure, okay, is it gonna go in this exact location? You have to do like math and shit in your head to make sure it's gonna land in the right spot. And I don't like that. And then like if you try to throw it like when you aim and fire, I mean, when you aim your gun and then throw it, it's not gonna always hit. Like I remember I was using a sniper and throwed it. It went right to my fucking feet. I'm like, what? Why? So they need to adjust the way the grenade throwing looks. They need to make it more reminiscent of Uncharted 1 through 3. Cause yeah, what they have now, I get how this new sight works for stuff like the C4 and the mines, but and the med kit. But yeah, for the grenades, have a classic one because this is weird. It does show the range of the grenade. I like that, but still, add the classic arc from the other games. It actually shows where it's going. Because on here, it's like hollowed out. You see the outline, and that's not accurate enough. But yeah, that's the gear system and the cover system. The cover system in this game is not as sticky as Uncharted 1. And Uncharted 1 was debatably too sticky. 2 and 3 got it right, at least 2. This one is not sticky enough. Like you'll roll into cover, and even though you're right there, you landed right there, he'll stand right up and like, oh yeah, there's a wall right here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. You got hit again, even though you're right next to the wall. Drake's Fortune had the exact opposite of that problem. 2 had it right, even 3 had it right. So you definitely need to bring back the cover system using that logic, because if you're not close enough, it's not going to register. You have to be like right next to when you hit O, or else it's not going to take cover. And that's life or death in this game. So that definitely needs to be tweaked. I think those were all my cons with the game. And like I said, the game, it's not bad, but it definitely needs a lot of work. It's just, I don't know if I can recommend this game to anyone, because it's definitely better than 3, but it's still nowhere near as good as 2. And Last of Us still remains the best multiplayer game from Naughty Dog at this point. So, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm hoping they take everyone's criticisms on the forum into consideration. But Naughty Dog is stubborn as hell. The main flaw with their multiplayer games is when they actually try. When they try to make the game good, it sucks for the multiplayer. Because Last of Us was done at like last minute. They had a team make it, but it was last minute. And that's amazing. Uncharted 2, same thing. They had the beta for it. They wanted it to succeed, but they didn't put a lot of effort into that. Uncharted 3, they actually tried making it, and we got some unbalanced dog shit. And the problem is, and he said this on the live stream, they like to make the game that they want to play. Most of these people are good at making games and not playing games, and that's what ruins the multiplayer. They need to have skilled players. Like, look up people's KD. I hate like having to do that, but look up their KD. Get people with like a 3.0 or something in Uncharted 2, or like a 3.0 in Last of Us. Get those people to make recommendations for the multiplayer, because those people will make the best multiplayer, not people that are good at making games and not playing them. So yeah, those are my pros and cons with the beta. I'm not gonna give this a rating because it's obviously work in progress. But if it were to launch like this, or release close without them changing anything, this would obviously be a D minus, because it's and D, like a D minus is like passing in high school, but it's not good. Like, this is definitely a fun game, but it's not that good. It's not balanced in many ways. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I'm gonna play it until it goes away, but after that, I'm going right back to Last of Us, and I'll enjoy that more because it's actually skill based, balanced, and fun. And this is fun, but it's just infuriating when broken stuff happens to you at least 3 times every match. So on that note, I'm out. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to That One Nation under PC and PlayStation. Peace.